Hello guys, so we'll see one question. Uh, a cell has 40 chromosomes, and that cell which is having 40 chromosomes in the interphase stage is undergoing meiotic division. And what is the correct sequence of bivalents, tetrads, chromosomes in each nuclei of telophase 1 and chromosomes in each nuclei of telophase 2? Okay, so this is the question. Okay, now first let us understand what is uh, the diploid condition. The diploid condition that is given is 2n is equal to 40. Correct, this is the diploid condition that is given. Okay, chromosomes having 2n is equal to 40, this condition is given. Now in this condition, what are they asking? They are asking that this cell is undergoing meiosis. Okay, means it is undergoing reduction division. Correct, it is undergoing reduction division. When it is undergoing reduction division, they are asking how many bivalents are there. Now first we should understand what is a bivalent. Okay, now we know homologous pair. Correct or no? A homologous pair. Now this is a homologous pair that I am drawing here. This homologous pair, this is this is one chromosome with two chromatids. Okay, and this is another chromosome with two chromatids. Okay, now these two together you call it a homologous pair. This is a homologous pair. Okay, this is a homologous pair. This is a homologous pair. Now this homologous pair is having two chromosomes which are similar in their structure, arrangement of the genes, everything. They form a homologous pair. Now each homologous pair in the S phase, they will undergo, one chromosome will undergo replication and it will form two chromatids. So this is one chromatid, this is one chromatid. So these two are the chromatids, and this is one chromatid, this is the second chromatid. So in a homologous pair, how many chromatids we are having? We are having four chromatids. How many chromatids we are having? Four chromatids we have in a homologous pair. Okay, so this four, because four chromatids are there, this is called as one tetrad. Okay, this is called as one tetrad. So 40 chromosomes means 20 chromosomes will be coming from father and 20 chromosomes will be coming from mother. Correct, now this 20 chromosomes will have its homologous pair in this 20 chromosomes. Correct, so let us take for example, this chromosome has come from father and this chromosome has come from mother. So these two will make a homologous pair. Now this homologous pair is called as a bivalent. Okay, this homologous pair is called a bivalent. Now you see now if 40 chromosomes are there, how many bivalents we can get? We will be getting 20 bivalents. How we are getting 20 bivalents? Just now I told you. Okay, out of the 40 chromosomes, 20 will be coming from the father and 20 will be coming from the mother. Okay, and this the chromosomes that are these 20 chromosomes that are coming from the father will have its homologous pair in the 20 chromosomes that are coming from the mother. Correct, so together they are 40. Means let us take, this is the first chromosome, this is the first chromosome, the first chromosome is having a homologue here, like that. The second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. We have how many homologous pairs? We have 20 homologous pairs here. How many homologous pairs we have? 20 homologous pairs here we have. So 20 homologous pairs means how many bivalents? 20 bivalents. Okay, now each bivalent is one tetrad. Now see, I am telling, these two chromosomes together we call them a bivalent. Correct, now each bivalent is having how many chromatids? 1 2 3 4 chromatids. So this is called a tetrad. So one bivalent is one tetrad. So 20 bivalents is how many tetrads? 20 tetrads. Okay, so one part of the question is done. Now let us see the next part of the question. So what is over? Bivalence is over and tetrads are over. Next, chromosomes in each nucleus of telophase 1. Okay, this is a very interesting thing. If you see telophase 1, if you see telophase 1, In telophase 1, what is going to happen? Okay, in anaphase 1 of meiosis 1, to understand what is in the telophase 1, you should understand this. Okay, now during the anaphase 1, okay, the homologous pair of chromosomes align opposite to each other like this, correct? Now, during anaphase 1 of meiosis 1, one chromosome of the homologous pair move towards each pole. Okay, move towards each pole. Now this is a homologous pair, and they're aligned at the equatorial plate. This is the equatorial plate, let us assume. They've aligned at the equatorial plate. Now one chromosome in the homologous pair, one will move to one pole, and the other chromosome in the homologous pair will be moving towards the other pole, correct? So each pole or each cell will receive how many chromosomes? When there are two chromosomes, each nuclei in the telophase 1 will be getting how many? Each nuclei in the telophase 1 will be getting how many? Will be getting 2. During which condition? During telophase 1. At the end of telophase 1, if there are two chromosomes, then each nuclei will be getting 1. So at the end of telophase 1, each nuclei will be having how many chromosomes? It is again 20. Why 20? Because we have 40 chromosomes. Out of 40 chromosomes, here we are having 2 chromosomes. When they are moving towards the opposite poles in the anaphase 1, each nuclei is getting 1 chromosome. So it became 50% here. This is where reduction and division is occurring, correct? So out of the 40 chromosomes, 20 will move towards one pole and 20 will move towards the other pole. So at the end of telophase 1, each nuclei will be having how many chromosomes? 20 chromosomes. Now let us see telophase 2. Okay, let us see telophase 2. In telophase 2, what is going to happen? One important thing that you should understand here is, in anaphase 1, only the homologous one chromosome of the homologous pair is separating. Chromatids are not separating, remember. Chromatid separation is not taking place in anaphase 1. Only the homologous pair is separating. One chromosome of the homologous pair are getting separated. Okay. Now let us take, this is one cell and this is one cell, correct? Now in anaphase 2, what is going to happen is chromatids will split. Anaphase 2, what's going to happen? Chromatids will split. Okay. When chromatids are splitting, each nuclei will be getting how many chromosomes? Each nuclei will be getting 1 chromosome, correct or no? Each nuclei will be getting how many chromosomes? Each nuclei will be getting 1 chromosome, correct? Yes. Now this is how a tetrad is formed. See, a tetrad is formed. This is haploid, this is haploid, this is haploid, and this is haploid, correct? So when you're taking two chromosomes initially, in telophase 2, at the end of telophase 2, okay, how many chromosomes are present in each nuclei? Only 1 chromosome. Okay, if you're taking 2 chromosomes in telophase 2, at the end of telophase 2, how many chromosomes are present in each nuclei? Only 1. So in our question, we are having 40 chromosomes. So at the end of telophase 2, how many chromosomes we'll have? Half of 40, that is 20. So what is our answer? Our answer is number of chromatids are also how many? Number of bivalents are 20. Number of tetrads are 20. Number of chromosomes, telophase nucleus is 20. Telophase 2 nucleus is also 20. Telophase 1, telophase 2, and this is the tetrads, and this is our bivalent. Okay, yeah. So such questions can come. This is the concept. Okay, I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.